Hello, I'm Mr. Moore. This is the first video that I'm going to post for you guys so you can see exactly how this class is going to run. I'm going to take you through some screens, then I'm going to give you your first video lecture. So my goal this year, excuse me, is to put everything online. Now, that does not mean we're not going to talk about things in class. Doesn't mean we're not going to have things with pen and paper. But it does mean that you will have all of these resources available for you anywhere you want to go. You can have them at home, or if you're sitting in a Starbucks or something like that with a mask on, you have them at your fingertips. So if you can look at the screen that I'm on right now, okay, it says Intro to Biology HyperDoc. Those of you that had me last year when we went to our online learning, you probably saw something like this. All right. So HyperDoc is basically a sheet that has everything for it. So I'm going to try to do that. So when you go to Schoology, you'll have the opportunity to just open up this page, and then the links for everything that you need will be on there. Now, if I scroll down, you'll see that I'll try to divide it up by days. I don't have anything on the days right now, okay? But this will look better as we get through the unit. All right. So at the start of each unit, I will post this HyperDoc. But at the very top, you see three things. It says the learning targets, the notes, and then maybe sometimes, I don't always have a PowerPoint for each section, but a lot of times I'll have a PowerPoint there. So let's look at the learning targets first. So if I go to here, nope, that's not it. Guess I could just open the link. Okay. If I go to my learning targets, this takes me through everything you're going to have to know throughout the unit. Okay. And I will do my best to go in order, although sometimes we'll go a little bit out of order, but we'll go down through each of them. And you can see that there's a target and then there's questions after each target. If you can answer those questions, you can describe those targets, guess what? You'll do real well on the test. All right. Now, the other part at the top of this HyperDoc, you see notes. I will post my notes on this HyperDoc. These are the notes that go along with the targets. All right. These are the things that I base my lectures off of. So as you're going through a lecture, if you're watching it at home or we're talking about something in class, you have these notes, and I'll be going right along the notes. We don't have a textbook for this class, so this is your book. All right. There are times when we'll use a book as a resource, but there's not a book that you're going to be taking home, which, you know, in this year specifically, we're not going to use that a lot. And then lastly, Google Slides. So this link would take you to this here. All right. So again, if I'm going through a lecture, or if I'm giving a video lecture, if you want to have this open, if you want to print this off, you're certainly welcome to do that, but it's not a requirement. Okay, I'm going to go through everything for you right here, and you should be able to see all the information here. And this is always available to you. You want to go back and study from it. You want to watch this video again. I'm not going to take them down. Okay. Your job as a student biology, A days and B days and all this stuff, is to come to class every day. And here's what I mean by that. If you're in school, it's easy to come to class, right? You just follow the schedule and you go to the classroom. If you're out of school, you're going to go to class, okay? That class could be at 5 o'clock at night. It could be right when you wake up. But the class video for that day, or the lecture for that day, or the assignment for that day is what you need to do, all right? So following along with the HyperDoc, okay, go to that day. So September 3rd, Friday, September 4th. You'll be able to see links and things that you need to do that day. So when you are not in class, your job is to watch the lecture for that day, and then do the work for that day. And then you can come back to school the next day, and we will be doing activities in class. We will be doing labs, or we may just be reviewing. Okay, give you time to ask questions on the lecture that you watched the previous day. All right. My goal is that I can basically keep you guys all on the same track, even though we have these weird A days and B days, and we can get to the same amount of information. Okay. Lastly, you're going to get a packet. All right. The packets are going to contain 3 different color pieces of paper. The white pieces of paper are the targets and the notes. All right. Pretty simple to notice that. The yellow pieces of paper are work that you do at home. Okay. That's practice work to help you study, to help you learn the information, the material. The orange pieces of paper are things that we will do in class. All right. Things that we'll do in class. So, easy little color coding system. You can just follow along and you'll know when exactly you want to do, or excuse me, when exactly you'll be accessing each of those documents or each of those papers. In addition to that, all of those things that I'm giving to you, I'm going to give you the first 9 weeks today. Okay. Or excuse me, at the start of next week. But I'm all of those things will be online. If you lose your packet, don't lose your packet. But if you lose your packet, it's all there. Okay, you always have the opportunity to go online and look at it. Okay, so it'll be an interesting year. I think we're going to do fine. I think we're going to stay healthy. Make sure when you come to my class, you always wear a mask. Make sure when you come to my class, as you come in the door, you are sanitizing your hands. And then when you leave, you are sanitizing your hands. Okay. If you're sick, stay home, and we're going to socially distance as much as possible. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing all that stuff, but it's real important. Okay. It's real important. We want to stay healthy. We want to make sure nobody's getting sick. And we want to make sure we can stay in school and have all the opportunities that we've had in years past. So I'm looking forward to it. All of our interactions, we're not going to be over a computer, I promise. We're going to have some fun together in class and really have a good school year. So, claws up.